Is LaMelo going to be a higher prospect than
Lonzo? No.
Absolutely
Because LaMelo's still on that, like, if you ever watch any clips, like, he really just pulls up from 38 feet.
Don't give a fuck.
Gives no fucks. And, like, sometimes he hits him, and sometimes it goes, like,
Really, if you took,
off the side of the backboard. Like, it's hilarious.
If you took Lonzo and LaMelo and just found the happy medium, that's the player
Is the player you want.
That's the player you want.
Like, Lonzo's intelligence with LaMelo's, like, don't give a fuckness.
And shooting ability and scoring ability.
Is LaMelo a better shooter than LiAngelo? Not LiAngelo, Lonzo.
He's got to be.
So here's something I saw, a statistic. I retweeted it, actually.
Yeah, I saw this.
They posted statistics of Jason Kidd's shooting percentage, Jordan's three-point shooting percentage, a couple other like major marquee players. Their three-point shooting percentage for their first season, and it was all lower
than Lonzo.
I also think that was a different league. People didn't emphasize three-point. It didn't matter back then.
Right.
You could be a 20%
Jason Kidd, like people talk about Lonzo, like Jason Kidd had one of the ugliest shots. Couldn't even hit from like 7 feet, let alone 3-point range, right?
Yeah.
Jason Kidd, I think, has the record for most NBA threes made.
He's up there.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Right?
But he really
worked on it.
That's
Lonzo can't work on it. He's 19 years old. Like,
no, I think he will. I think he'll put it.
These guys have been so used to being able to get to the basket whenever they want their whole lives that, like, 3-point, it was just like thing that they did for fun.
Yeah.
Now he's a paid professional. Lonzo will be a much better 3-point shooter next season.
Well, he better.
When LeBron is there, Lonzo has to be
And that's what we should talk about next. That's what we should talk about next.
So, what do you think?
Nah, you go ahead. I got no theories. I'm just listening.
I don't think that he's going to L.A.
Where do you think he's going?
I think he either stays in Cleveland. I think it's very possible he stays in Cleveland. Or I think he goes to Houston, man.
Okay. So I was with you. Well, I didn't think he would stay in Cleveland. I thought he was done with Cleveland unless they somehow got like Kawhi or something like that.
Yeah.
Get them, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, Houston or LA. I've been saying LA for like a year. Like he's going to the Lakers. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
The Houston thing was intriguing. There were reports that he was visiting private schools for his kids in LA and Houston, right? But then Brian Windhorst from ESPN, who was like
Jonah Hill,
right? Who's Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he is the most plugged-in LeBron guy.
Okay.
And he said, Houston's not an option. I think he said that yesterday or today. He said Houston's not an option.
Here's what's interesting.
And they're actually trying to get Chris Paul to the Lakers now.
Go. I think I know what you're going to say. Go.
Well, no, I don't know. He has to opt into his contract by Friday or opt out. Houston's only real chance of getting him and not gutting the fucking team is if he opts in and then Cleveland agrees to a sign and trade that isn't awful for Houston. Otherwise, to sign him, from what I understand, they have to get rid of Ryan Anderson's contract, which you'll probably have to trade Eric Gordon with, and you're probably not going to be able to re-sign Trevor Ariza, and you might have to give a P.J. Tucker also in a trade. So at that point, yeah, you've got LeBron and Chris Paul and James
here's
Harden.
what you do.
Enough,
here's what you do.
Gutted your team.
You don't fucking give Chris Paul Supermax because the guy's fucking almost washed.
Chris Paul might not be willing to play for less than a Supermax. And I tweeted this.
Then let him go.
I tweeted this a month ago, and I might look prophetic as fuck. I said an NBA story nobody's talking about is that the Rockets probably aren't going to want to pay Chris Paul a Supermax.
No one should give Chris Paul the
because he's old,
Supermax.
and you shouldn't. But then LeBron could call Chris Paul and say, yo, let's just both go to the Lakers. Fuck this. I'm
a Lakers fan. So if the Lakers
I hate the Lakers.
give Chris Paul a Supermax, I'll be furious. Don't fucking.
I don't think they can sign him for a Supermax because he has to stay with the team to get a Supermax. But he could go for just a regular max.
He doesn't even deserve a max. All those contracts that you're saying, they should all be made up of Chris Paul's contract.
Well, the Lakers
Chris Paul should get $15 million, not 28 to 35.
Why? Yeah.
He's not going to settle for that.
Why do you think he deserves so little?
He carried them in that fucking series against
James
Golden
Harden
State,
disappeared.
James Harden disappeared. Ghost. He was ghost. And then Chris Paul
and then what happened at the end?
One game.
Because he's never fucking there at the end.
I mean,
he's not there throughout the season. His body can't handle it.
But if they have LeBron, none of them are playing more than 30 minutes a game.
So you want to get the guy Supermax, sit him out for most of the season and bring him in the second round of the playoffs and then unleash him.
Yeah.
That's your best value of Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're gonna pay that guy $35 million a year?
If he wins you a championship, yeah.
Sure. But
if he wins you a championship, you pay J.R. Smith $54 million. If he wins you a championship, you pay Tristan Thompson.
Sure. But that's it. So unless you're going to do that, that's how you have to protect that investment and make the most out of it.
So,
but no team's actually going to do that.
But LeBron wants to play with Chris Paul. That's his banana boat.
That's
guy.
his
does?
boy. But not
I
well,
think so.
allegedly. That's what you assume. Actually, I'm like,
I don't know.
I think LeBron's a little smarter and is like, you know what? I don't think this guy should be getting paid
If
$30
he's
million
smarter,
a year.
I don't think he goes to L.A. Cass thinks that team can compete with the Warriors if they get Paul George and LeBron. I think unless Kuzma and Lonzo make massive leaps forward, I don't think they're competing.
They'll get rid of Lonzo.
No, Kuzma will. Yes,
They'll get
Kuzma
rid
and
of
Lonzo need to make. The person is Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Can Brandon Ingram take the leap that Jaylen Brown took?
All
this
you
past
need,
season
all
into
you
last
need
season?
is if LeBron goes there, all you need is Kuzma and what's his face that you just said
Ingram.
and Ingram to step up. I think they'll.
That's it.
I think they'll get rid of Lonzo.
You think that'd be good enough to beat Golden State?
I think if you have Paul George and LeBron on the same team,
I think that it'll be more competitive than people will think for. And this is actually the first time I said it out loud.
I think it will
Because
be
people
good,
look at you
man.
crazy, but that team will be more of a threat than the Rockets were this year to them.
The only thing I can think of that is to your point is Paul George can kind of mark up Kevin Durant
and Clay
and Clay
and
or
Steph. Paul George can guard all three of those positions very effectively. And now you have a situation where LeBron, if he needs to take KD for a little bit, he can do it. Or you can put him on Paul George and then just have LeBron chase around Clay or let LeBron play Iggy or one of those things. Oh, real quick, I don't know if we should get into this, but did you see what Iggy said about Luka Doncic's mom?
Yeah.
Only would be said about a white dude or a Euro. He would never say that shit about a black dude's mom.
What did he say again?
He goes, what was it? What was the tweet?
Mom's is proper or something like that?
So yeah, mom's looking good. Like,
It was something like that.
Yeah.
Mom's official.
Something like
something
that.
like
But it was one of those things where it's like, fam, come on, yo. That's a little...
It's a little disrespectful.
But you only doing that to Euros. You
Yeah.
think he's going to say that shit to Jaylen Brown's mom
Yeah.
on draft day?
Yeah.
Right. probably
right?
not. I didn't think about that. You're probably
Sexton's mom on draft day.
Delonte West said that shit to LeBron's mom.
He didn't say just that.
Yeah.
He said take a ride on the motorbike.
You mean
No one's heard from
tweet
Delonte
by
West.
Iguodala you're talking about?
What'd he say?
He just said, "Mom's decent,"
Mom's
with
decent.
mad like 4 exclamation points.
Yeah.
Mom's. First of all, how you going to disrespect with decent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, if you're going to objectify my mom,
Right?
do it right.
Alex looking ass motherfucker.
Yeah, his mom is alright. I'm just saying.
She was, yeah.
She's fine as fuck. We
Yeah.
can say that. That's flagrant too. You know what I mean? But that's a wild thing.
That's wild.
Come
That's
on,
wild.
yo. Talking
It
about
was-
someone's
yo,
moms, yo. That's
when it was on
crazy.
Twitter, it was like all these people saying it. And it was like, yo, Iguodala just said it. Like that's
It's out of
yeah,
pocket,
yeah,
dog.
it's out of
Come
pocket.
on, son. Would you want someone to talk about your moms like
Also,
that?
he's like
It's a coworker.
he's like a mature Iguodala's like 30-something years old. Like he's not like 22.
And he's like
these other
social
guys.
justice warrior
Yeah.
too. He's like
He's like businessman, venture capitalist. Like
if it's Baron
mom's
Davis,
decent, yeah.
that's funny. You know what I mean? If it's one of these guys, but you're
Like-
like a Mr. Serious.
Yeah.
You know?
like JaVale McGee could say it.
And even then, it's like, yo, you talking about someone's mom, bro.
Something. Well,
You know?
Mhm.
That being said, that bitch fine, yo. That bitch fine, bro. She fine as
She can
fuck.
get chewed?
She can get through chew.
Yeah. We are chewing these hoes.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Doncic.
Doncic.
Doncic. Doncic, bro. That's
I wonder if
real.
She got a donkey.
Yeah, no, that's what Doncic means, probably. It's slaying for donkey, bro. So she out there getting the hee-haw. You didn't know she getting the hee-haw? Bro,
Oh, fuck.
that's what I say when I'm on a chew. Sometimes I go right into her ear real quiet. I'll just be like, I'll just be like this. I'll be like,
Yo.
hee-haw. Hee-haw.
Oh
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, fuck.
You gotta do that, bro.
Yo,
Like,
I'm
what's
on
that? And I'm like, I just gave you the Dawn chick. You just got the Dawn chick.
This
Girl.
guy is a transcendent player already.
Yo, he really is,
Already.
bro.
He's
He
bigger
really
than the
is.
game.
He's bigger than the game.
He like
Bigger
a
than the
Dawn
game.
chick. He big as a Dawn chick, bro. All right. Oh, guys, what else we got, my G?
Yo, while we're talking about the Lakers and Paul George, there's a lot of people saying he might stay with the Thunder. You believe this at all?
No, fuck that. Because Melo opted in, right? Obviously opted in because he would literally get $3 million to play anywhere else.
Yeah.
What do you think his real value is?
Legitimately?
Anywhere else?
him and Rondo have the same value.
And Rondo is the most underpaid player in the league.
Yeah.
But what about Melo? How much
But
do you
here's
think
the
on the
thi-
free market? What would he get?
What would I pay him?
Yeah.
How much do you pay a guy to sweep your floors after the game?
I would pay him in Cheerios.
All right, I'll pay him in the honey then.
Yeah. Hey, since you're
And
not getting
KG's
any,
paying in the nut.